Welcome back. 80 American rare postage stamps worth money. 6-cent orange hand stamp Victory fresh mint single. This overprint was applied to stamps on hand at the time. 1-cent blue type 1A position 98 L4 full to mostly huge margins showing a portion of adjoining stamp. 2-cent Panama Pacific perforation 10 gorgeous mint single enormously large margins. 6-cent proprietary attractive appearing example of this very scarce revenue, bright colors. Well, this is Memphis 10 5 red attractive single neatly tied to piece by CDS. Fresh colors. 5-cent blue position 17 impressive mint single with immense margins all around. 10-cent green type 4 position 54 L1 recut at the bottom. Handsome used example. 12-cent black 4 well cleared to large margins, strong color and a highly detailed impression. 3-cent dull red type 2 used quite well centered for this difficult issue and crisp impression. 5-cent red brown type 1 handsome used example being especially well centered, lovely rich color. $2 bright blue, bright fresh color and a sharp detailed impression. Well, this is 90-cent blue extraordinarily rare used value, which is one of the few stamps in United States philately. 30-cent yellow orange reprint without come as issued, well centered example. 30-cent greenish black special printing without come as issued, seldom seen sound example. 8-cent violet brown watermarked USIR in error, used single. 10-cent yellow green a most desirable mint single being wonderfully well centered and margined. 24-cent violet on thin paper unusually fresh and pretty used single. 2-cent black D grill presentable mint example of this incredibly difficult stamp. 3-cent rose D grill used rather well centered and cancelled by a purple quartered cork cancel. 12-cent black Z grill used example of this scarce grill, neatly cancelled. 12-cent green fresh unused single without gum, wonderfully well centered amid wide even margins. $5 dark green fresh mint single crisp impression, slightly disturbed original gum. $1 trans Mississippi handsome mint single, uncharacteristically well centered. 90-cent carmine and black marvelously fresh mint single with strong rich colors. 1-cent brown orange reissue without come as issued, large margined single. 6-cent carmine with grill beautifully centered used single with attractive clothespin geometric cancel. 7-cent vermilion eye grill exceedingly choice used example well centered. 7-cent vermilion eye grill exceedingly choice used example well centered. 7-cent vermilion unused well centered single within large margins, bright color. 7-cent scarlet vermilion special printing without come as issued, deep luxuriant color. 3-cent vermilion excellent centering within exceptionally large balanced margins. 2-cent carmine cap on both twos variety quite well centered, strong rich color. 90-cent orange impressive jumbo margined used example possessing large balanced margins. 2-cent Colombian broken head variety exceptional quality used single, well centered. 4-cent Colombian lovely mint single especially well centered within large margins, rich fresh color. 5-cent Colombian impressive mint example that is exceptionally well centered. 6-cent Colombian, beautifully centered within balanced margins, rich color, crisp impression. 10-cent Colombian, extraordinarily well centered within balanced white margins, bright and fresh. 15-cent Colombian, handsome mint single that is exceptionally well centered within large margins. 30-cent Colombian, excellent centering within extraordinarily large margins, rich, luxuriant color. 50-cent Colombian, fresh mint single, deep color and sharp impression, original gum. $3 Colombian, fresh mint example, well centered, bright with strong color on fresh white paper. $5 Colombian, strong fresh color, disturbed original gum with some minor additions. 1 cent, 90 cent, 1861-66 issue, plate proof on card. 12-cent blue, perfectly centered used single, exceptionally fresh with bright radiant color. Take Ayers Bills 3-cent rose with fully intact mica that show just a couple of tribal edge. 15-cent brown and blue type 2, wonderfully well centered used example, rich color. 24-cent green and violet, unused, wonderfully fresh colors and crisp impression on bright white paper. 5-cent Trans-Mississippi bottom imprint single, well centered within large margins, strong bright color. 8-cent Trans-Mississippi, wonderfully well centered for this difficult issue and intense color. 2-cent black D-grill used single with central segmented circular cancel, small margin tear at bottom. 10-cent Pan American choice centering within white margins, deeply rich color, original gum. 50-cent orange, exceptionally fresh mint single, well centered within large margins. $1 black attractive mint single, excellent centering within exceptionally large margins, strong color. $5 dark green, outstanding centering within large margins, all around, deep luxuriant color. 5-cent blue imperforate horizontal pair with balanced large margins all around. 2-cent Louisiana purchase, pristine mint single, excellent centering, rich vibrant color. 3-cent Louisiana purchase, unusually well centered, rich color and detailed impression. 10-cent yellow beautiful mint single, well centered within large balanced margins, brilliantly rich color. 15-cent pale ultramarine on bluish paper, exceptionally fresh mint single, original gum with barest trace of hinging. 3-cent deep violet type 1, an eye-catching mint single possessing remarkably white margins. 5-cent blue Q, spectacular mint single sporting huge margins all around. 6-cent red orange, wonderfully well centered within large margins, brilliantly fresh color. 8-cent olive green, immaculate mint single, wonderfully well centered within unusually large margins. 5-cent Panama Pacific, extraordinarily well centered amid large margins, deep luxuriant color. 10-cent Panama Pacific orange yellow, flawlessly centered mint example within exceptionally balanced margins. 10-cent Panama Pacific orange, eye-catching mint example, well centered within large margins. 12-cent black striking used example with huge boardwalk margins, intense black color. 15-cent gray lovely mint example possessing extraordinarily precise centering within large margins. 20-cent ultramarine wonderfully choice used example featuring overall brilliance. 30-cent orange red, exceedingly well centered within large margins and deep proof-like color and impression. 4-cent brown highly select mint single, magnificently centered within lavishly large balanced margins. 6-cent red orange, exceptionally well centered within uncharacteristically large margins. 11 cent dark green, excellent centering within large oversized margins, rich color and crisp detailed impression. 15 cent gray bottom margin single, uncharacteristically well centered and margined. 50 cent violet attractive mint single, well centered and margined, bright color on pristine white paper. $5 deep green and black, extraordinarily well centered amid white margins, strong rich color and crisp impression. $2 carmine and black, premium mint single, particularly well centered and margined, deep luxuriant color. Well, this is $5 carmine and blue, beautifully centered and margined, bright fresh color, original gum, never hinged. 2 cent pilgrim tercentenary, especially well centered within large margins, deep rich color. Okay, thank you and subscribe to my channel.